Hey there. Oh, I need a bit of background music as well. Hold on. I'm back on again today. I'm just gonna have a cheesel. The reason why I've got food while I'm doing this is because feedback from my 18-year-old. I keep forgetting to look there. Feedback from my 18-year-old yesterday on my video yesterday was that I sounded like one of those sales pitch ladies on those infomercials because my voice went high and I didn't sound like myself. He said I was trying too hard, and he was right. So I think if I'm sitting here munching on cheesels, I'm just in my natural way of being, eating, being myself, and hopefully not trying too hard. So if I start going a bit shrill, I'll check in and eat a cheesel. Why am I blogging? Well, actually it's called vlogging, video blogging. The amazingly wonderful, raw and authentic Effie Wild, or Faith Line Stewart, has inspired me after watching her video yesterday. My voice just went up, hold on. Effie was inspired by Tamara Lepore, who is another special person who is doing a lot of good things for other women through sharing her gifts as an artist and helping other women find their gifts and joy through expressing themselves through art and making beautiful things as well. She does a lot of healing stuff, and she has inspired me and helped me find my own direction with my occupational therapy work in helping people and bringing my art in. So if I could step inside Tam's shoes in some small way and be a mini-me of Tam, I'd be doing an awesome job. I don't plan to duplicate her. I need to just do what I do normally in my clinics, working with women, and introduce the artwork and let the art do its thing. So anyway, back to the vlogging. Tam came up with the idea of blogging daily. I think it's for a month, but you can start whenever. And I thought I really need to do this because I need to get used to being in front of the camera and not talk so shrill and high voice like my teenager told me, to just be myself. And it's really interesting because I just finished treating a patient, and the gifts I get from working with people, obviously I'm healing their body and helping them and empowering them to heal themselves and get their body back to a place of wellness. But I try to work very holistically with people and looking at their emotional, spiritual, physical well-being all in one, because you can't just get up off the treatment table and walk out the door and say, right, my body's all great, but falling away inside with all the other stuff that's going on in my life. So we often talk and work things through and have a lot of insights and work intuitively with people and listen to what they're saying and maybe reflect back their answers, and they get some ahas from it sometimes, and sometimes not. Sometimes they're not the sorts of sessions we have, and sometimes it is just about the physical and getting their body back on track. But something that happened this morning, I'm just going to ramble because I have no plan for how I'm going to talk through these blogs with my vlogging. Sometimes it'll be about art, it'll just be about life, it'll sometimes just be about my neuroses, so bear with me. I have a few of those, but I'm human. I think I need a cheesel. Sorry, I'm just going to put some background music on because it just, I think you can still see me. It inspires me. Music, it makes me feel, opens up my heart. I just suddenly thought, I hope you can hear all of this, because if I've had the music too loud, I've probably just been talking and eating and nobody can hear me. Yeah, music's amazing in opening us up. And that might be another vlog session. But anyway, talking with this lady today, beautiful, beautiful soul. No ego going on, just really gorgeous. But she's she's a giver and does everything for everyone and finds it hard to receive for herself. So this was actually gifted, the session with me today was gifted to her by a loved one. And I feel so honoured to be able to have someone come into my space and for them to show who they are. And I just love that interaction. I love my work as an OT, treating people and seeing them go off lighter in body, getting the monkey off their back with the treatment, but also lighter in spirit, or just inspired, or happier, or hopeful. And we're having a chat about so many things, and just, you know, that self-care type thing, of just receiving and saying no to things and touching in with ourselves when, you know, you're feeling stretched and people want you to do things and go places, and you go to them to please others all the time, and then you think, oh, I don't really want to do it, but I'm going to go and do it anyway. You know, we need to stop doing that. Sometimes there's things we have to do, sometimes there's things we want to do, and sometimes there's things we really need to do. And us as women, really, you know, we're so outward, we're so other focused or you focused. You know, sometimes we do need to check in and be I focused, and it's not selfish to do that. It's really just being true to you, what you're needing at that time, and honouring yourself to go, yeah, you know, I'm allowed to just be by myself and have that stillness and that quiet, and I don't have to go off here and do that sort of thing with those people. Anyway, I am Emily. I have a cheesel. No, I want to keep talking. So, yeah, and just talking about how with our children, you know, we're teaching them really, really great role modelling if we can check in with ourselves, go, what do I really want and feel like doing in this moment? And then honour that, because your children will do that too. They'll see it mirrored and reflected. So that was one little thing of many in our chat, but we were also talking about like just her posture and how she was carrying herself, and there was this kind of a perpetual lilt of her shoulder, and first of all it's ruling out if there's any structural type imbalance going on there in terms of scoliosis and that sort of thing, but sometimes it's just a habitual pattern or postural holding that we do, and often it's a reflection of what we've got going on in us emotionally, and you know, it can be a response to stress and anxiety, or protecting or getting through in the world, or protecting and anxious about somebody wanting stuff from us that we don't want to give. It can just be that, oh, I've got to put on my armour to go out into the world and be a certain way, and you know, she's anonymous, and I need to be careful just with patient confidentiality and all those sorts of things, but nobody's going to know this, I don't think. But just we were talking about some habits we do in terms of holding our body in a certain way, and it was really beautiful because in the moment she sort of admitted it, or not admitted it, it's nothing to admit, but when she shared it with me, I said, oh, so it's kind of like in a way you're holding your own hand, and just with the way that she clenched her hand and did certain things around people or out and about, and it was, you know, just to know that it's normal. We all do it in subtly different ways, and it's nice to have it observed of us and reflected back to us so that we're aware of it, and then we can check in and go, well, what's the emotion behind it, what's the thought behind it, what is it that makes me do this? And you know, it doesn't have to be fixed, but it's always enlightening to have the heads up about how we're functioning in the world, and the postures we adopt and the interactions, and it's all interrelated, the whole mind, body, spirit type thing. Anyway, I'm sounding a little bit quackery, but the gift that I got back from it is that holding your own hand is now going to be a title of one of my paintings, I've decided, and this seems to happen all the time where my patients inspire me in some way through communicating and talking, and you know, just things, that little nuggets that I go away with, or philosophizing over, little thoughts that give insight, and I hope that then I can paint it into being and put it out there and share it, and somebody else will connect with it and go, yeah, I do that, or I need that, or like it's just this gift that keeps going. So it's almost that pay it forward. Like if we're open-hearted in our interactions with each other and share, there's just such pearls of wisdom that come through to us, and I think that's a gift. Anyway, I'm going to eat some more cheesels, and so I'm going to come back tomorrow and do another vlog, and I'll try and make it more about art. I'll go mobile with my iPad and show you my messy studio. So I will watch this later to see how shrill I went, and that's probably when I jumped into my head and thought I need to present myself in a certain way. But if I just put my music on, chill and eat, I think I can be myself. See ya.